Well, hello there, and this is Auntie, and I am here in my orange jumpsuit to do my review of Inmate to Roommate Season 1, Episode 4, The Meat Police. Are y'all ready? Let's get into it.
Everybody needs a sweet old auntie. Everybody needs
with a whoop whoop and a boop boop
auntie
boop.
that everybody needs.
You can make this up.
Now you know that these are some crazy motherfuckers.
Everybody needs a sweet old auntie.
So why even bother?
Aunties and lies, sweet old auntie. Aunties and ways. Are you okay? Are you okay?
Well, welcome back, everybody, and this is Auntie. If this is your first time being here, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And to all of my new subscribers, thank you all so much for joining the family. To all of my nieces, nephews, and my members who have been here with me for the long haul, thank you all so much for your continued support. If I had to rate this episode of Inmate to Roommate, Season 1, Episode 4, The Meat Police, I probably will rate this episode a C-. Let me know down in the comment section where you will rate this episode of Inmate to Roommate. So this week we got introduced to a new, should I say couple? I don't know what I should call them. Friends. How many of us have them? We met Tiffany and Quinn, who are going to pick up Ari from prison. The two of them met Tiffany and Matt and met Ari and decided that she was the one who was going to jump out there and save her life assist. She has a 1-bedroom apartment and she has her best friend Quinn living with her. They have been best friends for over 10 years. And she is allowing another mofo to come up in there and destroy, in my opinion, her friendship. Now, this was just a hot mess express because Quinn is already staying on the sofa. She's been living with her, and this has been something that I guess, she's gotten accustomed to doing, right? And Tiffany is going to pick up this girl, of course, that she don't know. She tells her that she applied for a 2-bedroom apartment and that Quinn can take over the consublies from her. First of all, you got to get permission to sublease. But anyway, I digress. We're going to move past that, right? We're just going to let that go. We're just going to act like she didn't say that. And we're going to act like that didn't happen. Quinn has serious issues with this girl, right? Because the girl is a thief and all kinds of stuff. So the next thing you know, we see Tiffany come back, and Quinn is sitting on the sofa on her bed, I guess, and she's looking at TV, and she tells her to shut everything down. And so she shuts everything down, only for Tiffany to tell her that she now doesn't have the apartment and Quinn got to move out. So Quinn was like, why am I the one that got to move out? Like, I'm not understanding this at all. Why am I the one that has to make an adjustment because you bringing in a returning citizen? And I couldn't understand that either. If this is your homegirl from back in the day, this girl's always had your back in everything, then why would you dog her out for this girl to now come in and sleep on the sofa? What Quinn's supposed to do? So now Quinn is homeless. I'm like, what? But then the same girl who's putting Quinn out now asks her to drive with her to the prison. Quinn is like, I'm not going to let her dog my girlfriend out, right? This is my best friend. There is not, it doesn't appear. I've been asleep all day. I've been asleep all day. I have not been feeling well. It doesn't appear that there is anything romantic going on between the girls right now. I don't know if later on that's going to come out that, there's something romantic going on between the two of them, but I just was like, what is going on? So we don't see the girl come, we see them see the girl, but we don't see them get the girl. The next person that I want to talk about is Sandra, Kyle, and wait a minute, what's his name? Hold on. Nick. This is a hell of a bad idea because Sandra don't want the mofo in there. Her and Kyle are not married. They just boyfriend, girlfriend living together. They shacking. And they bringing in Nick, who they don't know, and family don't want to fuck with him, and the father is deceased. So they're now bringing him into the household. She's like, this mofo got a whole bunch of stuff going on with him, and this isn't a burden that we should be picking up. I wholeheartedly agree with them. So they get the mofo in the car and they start talking about rules. And he starts telling them that he's not a little boy, that he's a grown ass man, and that, he doesn't need to have rules in the house. They said, no, bitch, if you're going to stay with us, you're going to have rules in and out of the house. So they get to the home and they take him on a tour of everything. And their home is really, really small. So I understand why Sandra is upset because they are absolutely living in a little teeny tiny home as far as I'm concerned. So they got the mofo in there and they start sitting down and talking about, the rules in the house, and they want him to sign it. He's saying that it's, not necessary for him to have to sign this or have these rules at all. So they like, no, bitch, we're going to, put these rules in place and you're going to sign this paper. So the first rule that they all agreed to together is that no drugs in the household. No drugs. He can't look like drugs. He can't smell like drugs. He can't even bring a bottle of aspirin up in that mouth. Because Sandra said that she knows drug addiction firsthand. She's seen it firsthand and she knows it. She smells it. She knows everything about it. And they like, even the very thought that you are on drugs, you out the house. And so he's like apprehensive, but he has no choice because he's in the home with them. One of the rules that they put in place for him was that he could not, they put in place that he couldn't have friends at the house. He said, now I'm going to break down one. He said the first opportunity, or if an opportunity comes up where they're not home and I get an opportunity to bring friends and I got the house alone, that's exactly what the fuck I'm going to do. So Nick is like all the rest of them, not ready, not really wanting to abide by the rules. It's apparent when he got in the car. And I don't know why these people think that, I thought about myself. I tried to put myself in there. Have y'all ever tried to put yourselves in here? To think if I was bringing somebody into my household, would I have rules? Hell yeah, I would have them. I don't know if I would have them up on a wall, and if I would go to Staples or Kinko's and have a poster, but it definitely would be on the fridge. Whether it's the side fridge or the front fridge or on the garage door, I am probably going to have some rules. But I'm also going to have the commissioner's office and some more stuff on speed dial, bitch. Because when I put you out, We need to file a restraining order so you don't come back anymore. I absolutely will have rules in my household. When you grow up in the household, you don't necessarily have to put rules up, but some people do, right? You put up like for your kids like a chore board or something like that, But hell no. These are grown ass people who feel like they have rights and that they're smarter than. Like they what is his name? Dara Quinn Quave Dara the Quave the bitch. Whatever his name is, we're gonna continue to call him DQ. He's staying at Dr. Henry's house. Dr. Henry done hooked it up for this to get him a job because he swear that he got it going on and he got it together. He decides that he's going to go out, party. When we see him, he said he done had Patron, he done had Hennessy, he done drunk everything, right? He had the time of his life. And a mother's supposed to understand that he's been in jail for 7.5 years and that when he gets out, he's going to party like this, that he's going to be irresponsible, despite what he's been saying he's going to do on the phone. So let me tell y'all right now, if you are considering doing something like this, know that the motherfuckers are lying. They're lying from the brickety break. They're not going to come home and do what they said that they were going to be doing. They're not. These are fantasies, pipe dreams that they're selling you. They're trying to make you think that they got it together. And I really believe when they are behind those bars for all of those years, they think that that they saying out their mouth is true. And it's nothing true about what these guys are saying. Nothing, like zero, not a zilch, nothing. So he's supposed to be home, have his interview. It's the cousin or the uncle or whoever it is pulls up at Dr. Henry's house. Dr. Henry, being a hoarder, comes out. And because he used to not having monkeys in his house. He said, when he's supposed to be there? He's supposed to be there now. So the cousin was like, you still ain't heard from him? He was like, no. So he calls. Now, mind you, Dr. Henry been calling this bitch this whole time. He ain't answered the phone for him. And so that lets me know right there, then and there, that he don't have any respect for Dr. Henry like he wants Dr. Henry to have for him. Boy, sit your little ass down. His rate of maturity has stopped at 7th grade. He think he a grown-ass man, and he's a whole grown-ass little boy. He hasn't grown up. He hasn't matured. He hasn't done anything. So DQ answers the phone and was like, I'll be there at 1:33. Bitch, you're supposed to be interviewing. So he gets to the home and everything. And now he's on a time crunch. He's out there trying to talk to Dr. Henry about what he felt like he could do. And Dr. Henry was like, we ain't got time. We'll talk about this later on. Take your ass in the house and get your clothes on. How long you think it's going to take you? He said 10 minutes. Dr. Henry said, I ain't going because I got clients. Dr. Henry wants him in his house, but he don't want to help him. Y'all, I don't know if y'all picking that up, but Dr. Henry doesn't want to have any responsibility for this boy. He just want to sit and observe him like he in a motherfucking fishbowl. Are y'all getting that? I'm getting he wants to observe him like he in a fishbowl. He wants to do a study on him, but he don't want to help him because every time it pop up for him to do something, he got something else to do. He wants to sit around there and tell him what the rules are, but he don't want to help to follow them. If that makes any sense. Now, I'm not saying that DQ is not responsible for his, because he talk big like he a big boy. But Dr. Henry really don't want to do nothing for him. He really don't. He really not fucking with him. This is a fishbowl relationship. He's a study. He is. He's a weirdo to me. And the thing about it is, he can't relate. He's seen this from afar, but he's never been in it. And until he goes to where DQ lived and grew up, and understand the people he been around, he really not gonna get this. This isn't a black-white issue like DQ want to make it. I noticed on the next episode, he talking about he white and I'm black. DQ, this don't have nothing to do with that. All this has to do with is you not doing what you're supposed to do, you little mother. So, of course, he gets his stuff together. He goes to the interview. He comes back only to say he didn't get the job. So, of course, Henry now got something to throw in his face. Now he got a aha. I hate people like that. That wait to see you fail, wait to see you fuck up. Right? And then say aha. Because that's what he doing to the little young boy. This is his aha moment. And so what can he say? He failed. And now he can stand back and say, I don't trust you. Bitch, you didn't trust him from the giddy up. You was talking about him the whole time, Dr. Henry, in my opinion. You never trusted this boy. But now you got a little check. And that's why what is that? And that's why it angers me when people give other people like him ammunition to use against them. Because what would Dr. Henry have said if he had followed all of the rules? This specimen. And then when he said, when Dr. Henry asks DQ, who should be responsible for keeping you in check? He said, me, myself, and I. Bitch, you're wrong. You don't have the capabilities of doing it. Because that street thug wannabe in between somebody's leg life is not gone. It's still very much there. These people are not rehabbed. They are coming into people's home fucked up. And they are manipulators, in my opinion, just because they've had to be. Like Mike. Mike is in these fucking people's house and he's acting a whole ass. Now, Mark and Shauna have not even allowed this man any freedom. They have taken away his ability to be free to make any decision for his own life, including what he eats. Bitch, when you gotta have your sandwich and your tea on a vent, what happens when it gets hot outside? I mean, hot inside and cold outside. They have taken away Bill's ability to even think about what color underwear he want to put on in the morning, whether or not he washes his ass or no. And now you saying because you vegetarians, you don't want no meat in your refrigerator. So you basically saying be a vegetarian or starve. This man is downstairs eating as if he's still in jail. And really, he is still in jail. Because to live in that home with Mark and Shauna, I wonder how their kids lived. I would love to have a discussion with their children to see what their upbringing was. Because remember, Shauna was married before. This is Shauna's second marriage. Uh-huh. In case you didn't know. So how did the kids grow up? How much shit did they... Oh, it came out. Thank you so much, Beverly Carley, for the 1999 super chat. Mark and Shauna seem like cult leaders. Absolutely, Beverly. Thank you so much for the super chat. Y'all, I ain't mean for that word to come out my mouth. Bill, don't start putting no books in here. Don't put no links to nothing in here. You're welcome to be here, Bill. But I'm telling you, don't put no advertisement, no nothing like that in. Bill, I also understand that you are with Mary Bass. And I have been getting inundated. Where's Bill at? I have been getting inundated with people who have been talking about this woman and saying that this woman is, not a good person at all, Bill. Bill, people are hitting me up in my DMs about you and this woman. If I drop the link, would you want to come up and discuss it? Who is Mary Bass? Bill, that is not what I'm hearing. That is not what I am hearing. That's what I'm hearing, Bonnie. I'm hearing, I'm talking about people are like, Auntie, this woman ain't a good person. And neither is Bill. Bill said that he met her 3 months before he got out and that they're in love with each other. This woman ain't in jail, but Bill gonna sit his ass there and say that he wants her to come move in with them. Why? If she's been helping him and she's an established person in society, why the fuck would Bill want her to come and live in a situation he don't want to live in? He said he sits and FaceTimes her all day. He doesn't want to look for a job. He wants to write books. But they are not the people, they're not publishers. They're not making an investment in that. They want you to get your ass out and get a job while you staying in their house. Now, I think it's wrong as hell the way that they are treating him. I think it's wrong as hell the way that they are treating him. But I think Bill got some with him too. Bill and this woman, because the woman is sitting on there. She don't have a pot for Bill to piss in, nor a window for Bill to throw it out. Bill want her to come and stay with him. Why Bill can't go stay with her? Is it because he on parole and he has to stay in the state? Why she wasn't his fucking sponsor? What the fuck is really going on here? And they like, we scared that you gonna marry the woman. Now that's Bill's business. And if Bill wants them to be out his business, he said he gonna move out. That's exactly what he need to do. Bill is sitting downstairs using toilet paper in lieu of paper towels because he has found himself eating on the toilet like he's still in jail. Shauna, they have not given Bill a chance to live. But then again, when you look at Bill, you just be like, is Bill worthy of that chance? What the fuck is really going on? Okay, well, So what, Mary Black? Hold on, let me look her up. Is she black? What you mean racism? Like what's her nationality? Bill, people been reaching out to me about this woman. People have been reaching out to me about this woman. Dr. Mary Bass. I don't want to feel like I need to do the research on this woman. But I'm telling you right now, people have been hitting me up with this stuff about this woman. And ain't none of it good. And I don't know anything about it. I don't know anything about the woman. Again, like I said, I have not done the research. You know, Bill, if you want to, okay, well, I'm gonna delete this, okay, just because Mary, can you delete Bill's last thing so that YouTube don't get me in trouble for that? Can you take that down for me, Mary? Thank you. I know I'm still seeing it, Mary, but I don't want YouTube to see it. Okay, thank you, Bill. I think it's two truths here. And I think that some of the stuff that Mark and Shauna are doing is because they think they got to. Now, the stuff about I don't know, Bonnie. I just said I don't know. Are you asking Bill directly? If you are, at Bill. He putting all kinds of shit in here. Excuse me, y'all, for using that language. Mary. Okay, thank you, Bill. Hit me up in my email so I can talk about it. Some of these words that you're using in here are going to get me flagged. But Bill, here's the thing that I need to say to you. You up in these people's houses, and I know some of the stuff that Bill, I mean that Mark and Shauna are doing to you is wrong. As two left shoes, right, Bill? I understand that. But you are, in my opinion, showing resentment. You're showing the inability to cooperate. You're showing, in my opinion, someone who's ungrateful, who wants things your way, who feels entitled and privileged to do what the you want in their house. When you went and pulled that sign off the wall, you knew that, in my opinion, was total disrespect. Total disrespect to pull that off the wall. You know that that's going to start. Moreover, the first time you found out that they didn't want you to eat meat in their house, and I know it sounds ignorant for me to say this, you shouldn't have ate meat in their house. I know you want to be comfortable and you want to sit out there and everything, but some of the stuff that you doing, it's like you antagonizing it. Yeah, very rebellious, like a little kid. And you in somebody's house and you want to write books like that's your parent. Like they funding your trip to Italy for you to, go to museums and draw. You talking about yes a little, yes a lot. It's a lot. And if Mary gonna put her mouth on something, Mary need to open her door. Mary needs to book a flight. Mary needs to pay for you. Are you and Mary together now? Are y'all living together now, Bill? Where you at now? Where are you, Bill? Are you living with Mary? Did Mary put her money where her mouth is? I'm going to ask you again. Are you now living with Mary? Did Mary put her money where her mouth is? I see what's wrong, but I also see you. And I'm glad that you admitted, yes, a little bit, that you are antagonizing her. I'm glad that you see that because it's not right. Now, do they look cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs telling a grown man who he can date? Yeah. Do they look cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs telling a grown ass man, well, I'm scared you're going to marry the first woman that come across? That's none of their business. He moved in with the first person that came across, which was their asses. And if they think that they're not looking cuckoo for Cocoa Puff on there, then they're crazy. Because they look crazy as hell with the stuff that they doing. But I'm telling you right now, I'm not oblivious or blind to what Bill is doing too. You come up there with a whole box of books. They're not impressed. She said she didn't even read the whole month. It was so gross. She didn't even read it. She said, fuck what you heard. I'm not reading this. I don't believe so. I do not believe so. Bill mentioned in his last, he won't come up. I want him to come up. He said, Bill, Miss Sonia said, Bill full of it. I want him to come up. But if you said but you just said that you was doing a little bit of that stuff spitefully. So you said, I try my best to get along. They abuse that. How did they abuse that? That's what I'm saying. You can see that it's antagonistic. It looks that way to me. It looks antagonistic. But I couldn't live with them. I think that they are anal and I think that their rules are just totally over the top. Totally over the top. Unfucking reasonable. Unreasonable. In my opinion, Bill has, in some ways, Bill has no incentive to be honest. Well, Mary want to pass along. Tell Mary she can bring her ass up here. I dropped the link. She ain't got to pass nothing along. I don't know her. She talked to me about what? And she talked to me on the phone. don't remember. I vaguely remember. I vaguely remember. Tell her to hit me up. Mary, put my email address down there. Tell her to call. To reach out to me so she can familiarize me with this. I vaguely remember. So this is the lady that was living in Morocco. No, she wasn't on 90 Day. I think I remember her. But I think she just dropped off the face of the fucking earth, though, Bill. I think she jumped. Hey, Deontay. Welcome to the family. Hey, Deontay. So anyway, that's the end of my review. Bill, y'all reach out to me again. Mary, put my email address down there so that Mary and Bill can do what they gotta do. Okay. Thank you. Bill, tell Mary to hit me up on this. Okay. Y'all, that's the end of my review because Bill done took over. But I said what I said and I said what I needed to say. I love y'all. Bye.